is dominating the headlines. Prince Andrew on all the front pages again this morning after Friday night's statement confirming he is giving up his, or has already given up his royal titles after a discussion with the King. Well, our royal editor, Russell Myers, has all the inside track on this. There is no end, is there?
No, there is certainly not. I mean, our headline today said it perfectly, that this is a scandal with no end. And I think that when you look at the allegations that have come out over the last few days, certainly the meeting that King Charles summoned his brother to, demanding an explanation of this latest raft of allegations, and Andrew not being able to give him any guarantees of to what would come out. And of course, this has come to the forefront of the agenda once more because his accuser, Virginia Giuffre, has released this posthumous book that everybody's poring over at the moment. And while Andrew has always vehemently denied the allegations in front of him, the latest development is that a Met Police investigation is taking place, a probe launched into further claims that he was trying to besmirch Virginia Giuffre's character, passing on private details such as her social security number to his private protection officers. So where on earth does this end? And I think that certainly Buckingham Palace will think that, you know, this is the beginning of the end, but I don't think it is.
Goodness, right, you're back, aren't you? There's so much to unpick here and so many more questions. There's always more questions than answers in this, but I think we are getting to the answers now, aren't we, in this? You're going to stay with us. You've got plenty more to talk about. Now, we're continuing to talk about Prince Andrew this morning as King Charles was pictured looking pensive on his way to church yesterday. Our royal editor, Russell Myers, is back with us. And there are more allegations today because Virginia Giuffre's book comes out a bit early. I've seen it sort of serialised in a couple of the papers over the weekend, so I was reading a bit about it. But obviously, the full book is now on the shelves.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's out tomorrow, but like what happened to Prince Harry's Spare, it ends up in certain bookshops just ahead of time. So a couple of the newspapers have got hold of it. And it's pretty distressing reading. I mean, not only for, imagine for Virginia Giuffre, who had to go through and write it, and of course, go through those awful experiences that she details, but also for the royal family to go through this again, because they might certainly wanted to draw the line under this. If we look back at what had happened over the weekend, Friday night, Buckingham Palace put a statement out from Prince Andrew himself saying that he was going to relinquish his titles. He saw this as a further distraction from the royal family's work.
Is this because of the book?
Well, there's been a few allegations, not only from the book, but Andrew's been involved in a spy scandal as well. There's 2 spy scandals over the last few months. And so one may wonder how much more is to come out. I mean, this is he's fighting so many fires at the moment. But what happened last week was the King summoned him in a phone call, asked him, you know, what else is to come out here? What guarantees can you give? And, of course, he couldn't give any. So that led to the situation of him relinquishing these titles. But the allegations that we've seen detailed over the last couple of days are, frankly, quite distressing. That in the memoir Nobody's Girl, Virginia Giuffre said that she believes she would die at the hands of Epstein, being trafficked around the world. She obviously repeats the allegations that she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew on multiple occasions. And on one of those occasions, she says, she was forced to have sex not only with Andrew, but Epstein and a group of girls who she said all appeared to be under the age of 18. Now, of course, Prince Andrew has vehemently denied these allegations at the centre of this book and the allegations that have been put in front of him. But, you know, it just goes further and further into the murky darkness, I think, of Prince Andrew.
Yeah, and on the front of the Daily Mail today, it's reporting that the King threatened to shame Andrew.
Well, the issue here is, and I think the royal family have been criticised quite openly because, you know, how long does this need to go on before they took action with Prince Andrew? The fact that the late Queen made him step back from his public role after the Newsnight interview, but he was still enjoying the privileges of being a prince, being a duke. He was a Knight of the Garter, and in fact, he signed off his emails with KG. And so how long did this need to go on? So the King said to him, if this doesn't stop, we will forcibly take your titles away from you. However, that would require Parliament getting involved. And it's a very lengthy process. So I think the King wanted or didn't want Parliament to have this business at their door. And yet the argument is that Prince Andrew still has these titles even though he relinquished them. So, what has he lost, really? Has he lost his privileges? Is it just in abeyance, as Buckingham Palace said? So I think there is a due criticism from other people, from the Palace's point of view.
And if all of that wasn't enough, reports too that Andrew asked the Met Police to dig up dirt on Virginia. Now, this is a woman, he said, he doesn't remember meeting.
Yes, indeed. And not only didn't remember meeting, but then paid her £12 million to stop a civil trial taking place in the United States, which, incidentally, Virginia says in her book that she was forced to sign a gag order because it was the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee at that time. Now, the latest development is that the Met Police are now probing these claims made in emails unearthed by the Mail on Sunday, suggesting that Prince Andrew asked his private security officer or passed details to his private security officer of Virginia's social security number. Now, how on earth did he get that? We know that he was speaking to Ghislaine Maxwell, who's currently serving a 20-year prison sentence, but it also gives you an indication of the level of relationship that he had with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell at the time. So, will Prince Andrew be brought in for questioning? Will other people connected to the palace, such as his press spokesman, be brought in, who was also CC'd into that email? So I think this begs more questions than it answers.
And more to come, presumably.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, the palace would have wanted to sort of move along from this now, but I think that this... what we've been saying for so many years, that all these questions keep on being raised as more and more details come out, more emails connected to Andrew. I mean, he's already been proved to have lied in that BBC Newsnight interview after saying he cut contact with Jeffrey Epstein. And, of course, that's been proved to not be true.
And, William taking a tougher stance on his uncle has been something that has been a sort of quiet theme, I think, where he stands as they come out of, into the public. Where is Andrew? He's sort of pushed to the back a little bit. And often it's thought, right, that must be William. You've got a sort of sense of that, have you?
Yeah, I think so, because when you look at William's attitude to his uncle, he certainly believes he's toxic. He shouldn't have any role within the royal family. I think things will be very, very different when he becomes king. We saw William's attitude plainly to see at the Duchess of Kent's funeral. Andrew tried to sort of snuggle up to him and talk to him. And
indeed, Sarah Ferguson was trying to chat to them, and they were sort of not having much of it.
And it didn't want to have anything to do with him. Now, William, of course, is being prepared for his next role alongside the King. He was consulted by the King for this latest action with Andrew. But William has a very, very different way of doing things. I think he prefers a much more open and transparent view of how the royal family should operate. And whilst the King and the late Queen may have had some sympathies with Andrew, William certainly doesn't. And now, where does it go for Andrew now? Because he has always denied these allegations, it must be said, in front of him. We haven't seen any further comment from Buckingham Palace, but unfortunately, with days and days of headlines like this, I don't see it going anywhere.
And what they certainly don't want is all of this to overshadow the King and Queen going to the Vatican to meet the Pope, to pray together. Is that right?
Yes,
for the first time in how many?
I'm off there tomorrow.
Oh, you're off with them?
First time since the Reformation that
hundreds of years.
the monarch
it's a remarkable
will be
moment.
praying with the Pope. So obviously a big historic moment for the King coming up this week.
Why are they choosing to do it? What's the...
Well, of course, the last Pope passed away last time the King was in the Vatican, so it's a great opportunity for him as head of the Church of England to meet with the Holy Father.
Historic moment, and they don't want that overshadowing at the end of the week, do they? Really good to talk to you. So much information there. Thank you so much. And that's a wrap for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have all the best moments from the show right here on the channel, and if you like this video, then we think you'll love this one. See you next time.